Good evening and welcome viewers from around the world to this CNN Town Hall. I'm reporting live from outside Kiev where today a couple of cluster bombs went off and 3 angry Russians arm wrestled the bear. We start with New York Congressman A.O.C. A.O.C, you support the Green New Deal, which is projected to cost taxpayers $2.4 trillion per year. How do you intend to pay for it? And don't say tips as a bartender.
Great question. Thank you, Anderson. As you know, climate change is one of the most catastrophic and dire issues of our generation. And thank you for your service, by the way, in Ukraine. We stand with you. But for me, it's not so much about the what and the how. It's more about establishing the Green New Deal so we protect people's humanities and their human rights. So I think the question that you're actually asking me is about the process and how we value the process so we can determine what the what is in order to deliver the how.
You also support abolishing ICE, a security force at the border. Would you be in favor of another type of force? For example, guys dressed like the village people dancing YMCA.
I'm more focused on sunscreen. I don't know if you've been to South Korea. I just got back and their skin is flawless and they wear the little sun umbrellas. And it got me thinking, like, when was the last time that Congress actually looked into the sunscreen industry? And it was 1999. We are now faced with a sun exposure crisis. And with that, I just want to end on this very positive note. Yo soy Puerto Rican. Y eso es eso.
We now patch in Dan Crenshaw, Republican congressman from Texas. Patch him in. I know he's got an eye patch. Patch him in. That's the term. Patch him. There he is. Dan, you supported President Trump withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accords. So what is your feeling about AOC's Green New Deal?
The problem with this Green New Deal is it should be called the Brown New Deal because it's shit. And it's not even good shit. Like, you can't even use it for fertilizer because it came out of Bernie and AOC's asshole.
And in terms of abolishing ICE, where do you stand, Dan?
We need ice. Ice keeps things cold. You know, AOC should change her name to No AC, because by the time they're done on the other side of the aisle, we're going to have a whole bunch of ice trays with no water to make ice cubes.
We now turn to VP Kamala Harris. Kamala, you once famously said, "We must together." What exactly did you mean?
We must seize this moment, this very moment in time, and recognize our existence in the present. But let us not forget the past, because that's what brought us here.
You also said, "I'm excited about electric school buses. Maybe because I went to school on a school bus." Raise your hand if you went to school on a school bus. Fascinating words. How about breaking it down for us in simple terms?
We must conceptualize ourselves in history in order to project onto the future, where we can look back at the present and recognize the importance of now. Give me one moment in time to be more than I thought I could be, Madam President. And all of my dreams are Joe's last heartbeat away. Then the legislation would be up to me.
This concludes our CNN Town Hall. I hope you tune in tomorrow, where I am likely to be blown to smithereens.